Right, today I'm doing this large oval tray. Now this is the oval tray that I used in a previous video recently when I did a beach tray with a lighthouse. And I'm going to be using this UV DTF sticker on it. Now this isn't going to fill the whole tray, so I'm planning on cutting the butterflies kind of away from it and using them to kind of fill in any empty spaces just to fill the tray up a little bit more. Now, in terms of colours, so I'm using this grass green mica powder, and I'm going to be using that all around the edge of the tray. And then I'm using this cream. It's unbranded. I don't know where I got this from, unfortunately. I've had it for ages. I didn't want like a harsh white. I very much wanted a creamy colour. Right, so I've got my resin made up and I'm going in first with my grass green mica powder. So I'm giving that a really good stir, making sure that I get that completely dissolved in there and that, yeah, we don't have any sinking mica powder going on. So once I've got all my mica stirred in, I'll get that in the bubble machine and I'll jump back once it's ready to pour. Right, I've got my resin out the bubble machine. So I'm pouring it into this little paper cup just because it gives me a little bit more control whilst I'm pouring. So you will have seen that I did make sure to give this a good spray with isopropyl alcohol, just to help reduce any kind of air pockets and things that might cling onto those 90-degree angles. And I'm obviously I'm speeding this video up, but I am really taking my time here to pour this in. Again, it just helps reducing any air pockets that might kind of cling. You don't want that. You don't want nasty air pockets in the rim of your trays. So yeah, just really making sure I take my time and I'm filling it right up as far as I can, to the point where then just before it would then start kind of, running over into the middle of the tray because I don't want that to happen. So I'll wait for this rim to all cure up and then we'll be ready to pour the center of it. Okay, so I've got some resin mixed up here. So the rim obviously has cured, or it's certainly cured enough for me to be able to pour now the rest of the tray. So I've added some of that cream mica powder. Now it wasn't quite, I still wanted it creamier. So I've pulled out this champagne gold. It's kind of more really light tan colour, if you like, and added that in. And yeah, that kind of gave me a colour that I was more happy with. I really didn't want a harsh, not that it was harsh a moment ago, but yeah, I really wanted this kind of neutral colour. So yeah. So again, I'll get this in the bubble machine and we'll be ready to pour it. Okay, so we're all debubbled and I'm just giving the tray here a good spray of isopropyl alcohol, again, just to help with those pesky air pockets and whatnot, and just taking my time to pour this out. Look how beautiful that is. I was so happy with the colour that I ended up with. So I've got this on an acrylic sheet just because I need to move this out of my way because I'm working on another project and I've only got one leveling board. So I don't quite fill this to the top, as you'll see. I leave a little bit in my cup and then I move it out of the way and top it up off camera. So we'll let this tray cure up and we'll be ready to demold. Okay, so we're ready to get this out the mold. So this hasn't been quite 24 hours yet, as always. So I'm really kind of making a point to pull the mold away from the tray rather than the other way around. I just don't want to risk kind of bending it or anything like that because it will still be somewhat bendy at this point. But yeah, it's turned out lovely. I really like how it's turned out. I've got one tiny air pocket. I think I'm even struggling to show you on the edge. I mean, something like that doesn't bother me. It's so tiny. I don't even need to worry about fixing it. But yeah, other than that, it's turned out absolutely fine. No other air pockets. I love the colour in the middle. I love the colour around the edge. And yeah, it's very much giving that neutral vibe, which is what I wanted. So I'm going round here and cutting out the butterflies so that I can use them to fill in the empty spaces because, yeah, this UV DTF won't fill. I did try the next tray down that I have, oval tray, but then the DTF was then a bit too big and I would have had to have cut some off. So yeah, I figured this would be kind of the best way to do this. Yeah, so I'm just checking and just double making sure that I'm happy with where this is placed, where this is going to go. And yeah, just getting that stuck down. Now, I shouldn't have done this top to bottom. I should have done it left to right instead. I was incredibly lucky that this turned out okay. There were so many bubbles in this. I don't even know why I did it the way I did it. Yeah, but in the end, it was fine. But I was very, very lucky. I thought, oh, this is going to be a disaster. There's so many bubbles and things in this sticker. But yeah, it worked out okay. So I'm just getting my butterflies down here, and then once I've got them all down, I'll peel the tops off of all the DTFs. Right, so I'm happy with how we're looking with the DTFs, so I'll get some resin made up. Okay, so I've got just some clear resin mixed up here. Now, I know I always say, but just to point out again, you don't need to do necessarily a top coat on your UV DTF stickers. I always do when I can, just because why not give it that extra protection if you can do, but you don't technically need to. They're very sturdy. Is sturdy the right word? Yeah, once they're down, right? Anyway, so I've got that top coat on there. I'm going in with my torch just to pop any surface bubbles. I'll get that covered, and I've got a few extras to pour. So I've poured out some butterflies. I don't know if you can tell because it is clear. So those 3 butterflies on the top there, they're poured out. Now I've added some orange alcohol ink into the rest of the clear resin, and I'm just pouring these little snakes. I've not poured them yet, but I've been wanting to do them. And then I've got more of that orange left over then with the alcohol ink. So then I go in with some orange mica powder and add that in because I thought I'll pour some more, but these ones will be opaque. And yeah, we'll see how those turn out. So I'll let all of this cure up and we'll be ready to demold. Okay, so we're ready to start getting some of this stuff out. Now, just to point out, when I poured the extras from the rim of the tray, so when I did the green, I did pour some extras there. I completely forgot to press record. I thought I was recording when I was pouring these and I weren't, so well, at least you're seeing them, hear me demolding them. So yeah, as you can see, I poured some of these little cactuses. They're super cute, these, and I love the little section at the back where nice little section where you stick your magnet. Yeah, these are always good extras. They can be a bit tricky sometimes and making sure you're getting all the air pockets out and stuff with some of the shapes, but yeah, otherwise I do like these cactus molds. So next onto the butterfly. So yeah, this one turned out lovely. As you saw, I did just pour these ones clear. They've got a little bit of crushed crystal because I did put I can't remember, I don't think I mentioned that actually in the top coat of the tray. I did put a tiny bit of crushed crystal in there just to give it the subtlest of shimmer. Now this one here, unfortunately, but the resin was so thick. This did get a lot of air pockets. And there's a lot of detail in this mold, and there's a lot of air pockets in the flowers and things. So I think I'm going to put this in my top up bag. There's not really any saving that one, unfortunately. Never mind. As I say, it was very thick, the resin at the point of pouring it, so I can't complain too much. Next, so these were some more of the greens that I poured. So you'll have seen these turtles, I'm sure, quite a few times. Yeah, cute little turtles. One of them, or his little foot, got an air pocket. He lost a foot, but otherwise the other 2 turned out absolutely fine. The next turtle, so this is the other new crystally style turtle extra that I got. I think I mentioned this in another video where I did the other one. This is the second one, and yeah, this one is lovely. Beautiful. I love these. Look how shiny and sparkly it is. Even in mica there. The other one I poured was in like a translucent alcohol ink. And yeah, they both look lovely. I really like it. So this is a kind of like a 3D butterfly. This is an into resin mold. I always struggle getting them out. But yeah, I do get there in the end. And yeah, that's turned out beautiful as always. It's like a water ripple effect. It's so pretty. Look how lovely it is. Sorry if you can. I think I'm struggling because it's just always difficult sometimes with the clear when you pour something in clear to kind of, yeah, hopefully you can see it okay. Anyway, so next we will move on to the little orange snakes. So I hadn't poured these before now and I absolutely love them. This would be a really good UV resin mold as well. So on these ones I got a little air pocket there. It's annoying. I do manage to kind of sort that out, but yeah, and I love the detail on them, like the scales and stuff like that. Yeah, I will, once I've finished them up and everything, I will show you them again and hopefully better. So yeah, this is the second that I did with the mica opaque. These ones are just plain. They don't have like the detail, the pattern on them. And then finally the ones that I did in the alcohol ink that are obviously more translucent. Again, not been the full 24 hours, so they are still a little bit bendy at this point. But yeah, I think these ones are my favorite. I love them. Hopefully I'll zoom in a bit more. Yeah, can you see like on the head and everything? There we go. But the detail, I love the detail on them. I just love them. So I'll get everything finished up and I can show you how everything looks in the end and that tray with the top coat all cured and things. Right, let's jump ahead. Okay, so the turtles, not done anything with those. They'll just go in the little pick and mix tub. That one is going in my top-up bag, that butterfly, as you know. Now this one, I added some silver and purple UV resin and kind of swirled it on the back. And I think that gave a really nice effect. Yeah, I think that looks really nice. I'm going to play around with that a bit. I thought I'd do the same with this, with black kind of sparkly UV resin, but I think I've ruined it, to be honest. I don't think it gave quite the effect that I was after. So moving on to the little cactuses. So I've painted up the pots that they're in and then just stuck a little magnet on the back. So yeah, they've turned out lovely as well. They always do, right? They're just good little extras and good little freebies or whatever with orders. So yeah, I really like those. Okay, so the turtle, I've highlighted his little eyes and his little mouth and I've stuck some magnets on there. So yeah, another cute little magnet there. It's so sparkly. I really, really like these new sparkly turtle molds. Yeah. So with the snakes, so these ones, so I went over with some metallic marker and just wanted to highlight the grooves and the detail in those snakes. So these ones I've put these little clear acrylic backs. So they're little stud earrings. How cool are they? I really, really like them. I just think they're really cool. Yeah, those stud earrings. I just think they're gonna make some like a really unusual pair of earrings. But yeah, anyway, so on to the next pair. So these ones I've made into little dangly earrings. So all I did was I just got some pearly UV resin and kind of ran it over the top just to give it an extra summing on those. So yeah, I really like those. I think they've turned out really lovely as well. I've used black, as you can see, black earring hooks and jump rings and things. I just think it gives a good contrast with the orange. Oh, this is one where I got the air pocket. So what I did is I just cut the end of the tail off and then kind of filed it into more of a point, and then I did the other one to match. So yeah, they turned out lovely as well. And then the last pair, I added my own little UV triangle. So with some pearly UV resin, I added like little triangle shapes to give it like a little pattern. And yeah, and I've turned those ones into little dangly earrings as well. So yeah, I really like how those ones turned out as well. I think these ones are really cute. With these ones as well, because they don't have the scales, I want to try doing these more in colours like, and I'll try and make them look a bit more like a worm. So little wormy earrings. Yeah, I love that kind of thing. Anyway, right, so onto the tray. So the top coat cured up absolutely fine, not a flaw in sight. Super crystally. It's got that subtle crushed crystal shimmer in it. I hadn't added any feet to this. I don't know if I will or not. But yeah, I really, really like how this has turned out and the colours and things. Anyway, guys, I hope you like this one. Thank you so, so much for watching. As always, stick around for the photos at the end and I hope I see you in the next one.